Camp continues, sponsored by Masterclass. We're talking tight ends. There's a lot of stock in these two rookie tight ends that the Patriots drafted. So let's see if they'll make their way and make an impact on the field in their rookie season. I'm Sarah Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. Tight end's a position where rookies in the NFL don't really tend to make a serious impact. Of course, there's exceptions with the top dogs in that position group. People might bring up Rob Gronkowski, but are these two guys going to have enough time, and are they in the best position to succeed this first year, Devin Asiasi and Dalton Keene?
Yeah, Sarah, I'm not here to, kind of rain on the parade, right? All I'm going to say is just manage your expectations, because if you look at the history of tight ends, especially tight ends drafted outside of the first round over the last 20 years, the average season in their rookie year is 245 yards and 2 touchdowns, right? And there are exceptions, like you said. Mark Andrews had a great rookie season for Baltimore a few years ago. George Kittle had a great rookie season with the 49ers a few years ago. Gronk in 2010 had 10 touchdowns as a rookie. But I think when you look at those three players, especially Gronk and Kittle, we're talking about all-pro talents. And in Gronk's case, probably a Hall of Famer, right? And maybe even in Kittle's case, too, if he continues on this trajectory. So those guys, to expect that Dalton Keene and Devin Asiasi are going to deliver rookie seasons like Rob Gronkowski and George Kittle did as the two best tight ends in football, arguably, that's lofty expectations. So I'm not saying that they're going to come out and do absolutely nothing for the Patriots. And obviously, the Patriots got so little from that position last year that any sort of improvement, I think, will be felt by the offense overall. But I think that we're going to have to look at dig into the tape and look at actually what's happening, and not just rely on box score scouting and fantasy football and stuff like that to say, do these two guys have good rookie years? Because my guess is the production is not necessarily going to be there right away, but maybe that you can see the formations, you can see the schemes that they're running, the routes that they're running, and eventually you can see what they're going to build with these two guys.
Well, both Asiasi and Keene, third-round picks that the Patriots traded up to grab. So obviously they thought highly of both of them. But do one of them stand out as being emerging as the starting role, the top dog at that positional group?
Well, I've been touting Devin Asiasi all offseason. I'm not going to stop now, but I think that even still, it's even more so the fact that Devin Asiasi's familiarity with a scheme that's at least somewhat similar to what he's going to run in New England. The Chip Kelly UCLA offense had some elements of what the Patriots like to do with their tight ends, getting them vertically up the seam, getting them over across the middle of the field, attacking between the numbers. And the others, in contrast, Dalton Keene ran a completely different system in Virginia Tech, and he's got a crash course here in the next month or so of learning the Patriots scheme without much lead up, without OTAs, without mini camp. So we already talked about it with Bill Belichick after the draft, how if you watch a Virginia Tech offense, it doesn't resemble a New England Patriots offense. Now you throw in the wrinkle of the pandemic and him having to learn sort of on the fly here. I think it's we should manage our expectations for Dalton Keene as a result. I think it's going to be tough for him as a rookie to get in there right away and contribute. But Devin Asiasi, on the other hand, I think that he has the ability to do that. I think he'll be that guy, and especially in the passing game, that will be able to contribute. And maybe Keene contributes more as a run blocker, and some of the schemes that they can run with Cam as a running quarterback, and they get Dalton Keene involved in some of the different types of sift blocks and motion blocks and things like that. They can get that H-back tight end athletic type involved in. So again, I think that at the end of the day, Devin Asiasi was already ahead of Dalton Keene mentally in this playbook. And now with the pandemic, I think that this just exacerbated a little bit more.
Well, this Countdown to Camp segment has been sponsored by Masterclass. Get unlimited access to every Masterclass, and as a Patriots Press Pass listener, you can get 15% off the annual All Access Pass. Just go to masterclass.com/CLNS for all of our Patriots-related content gearing up to training camp. Find it on our website at clnsmedia.com and on our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.